Students, good evening. Students who are in the online, am I audible, students? Right. Let's start the discussion. In the previous class, so we are in the discussion of features of Python. There I said already, let me open the features of Python. These are the features already we did. And out of that, we completed the most important features that are called what? Platform independent and simple. So yesterday, a good explanation I gave regarding platform independent. And I said regarding yesterday, object and non-object approach. Okay. And students who are in the online, and last and final one announcement I'm giving for all the people in the online. And the announcement is, and you need to be careful enough to listen that. And the links are available now. These are the links which are available. And now I'm going to talk about Srikanth. All those things I'm going to that is left hand, left finger in my class. The question what is available is left hand, left finger in our class. All questions which are coming in interview, you will be getting in my class in a simply manner. So here I am going to write it. See your question very easily. You will just do like left hand, left finger. Just I will answer your question. Just left hand, left finger. His question is how to eliminate the duplicates. I'll take his question. I'll put it. It's a left hand, left finger in our class. This is his question. Today, interviewer asked me in interview. This part, I'll take it. This is my Python environment. They are asking how to eliminate the duplicates. S is equal to, I'll convert into set L1, print of what? S you print it. So all duplicates are eliminated. That's all. Okay. Srikanth, are you happy with this? So L1, print of L1, that is the list data converted into, this is your given data, converted into what? Simply got it. Yes, Srikanth. Srikanth said yes. Done. Now things. And once again, I am still telling students, what are all the questions coming in interview? MCQs, system test, all are from my notes only. I'll give my number at the end of the course. Why I will give my number? Guarantee card giving. Nobody will give number. I'll give my number. I'll give my number. Why? To see that everything will be from my notes. Not I'm saying with a proud of voice. Since I'm doing, I want to tell you that. Nothing wrong, na? When we are doing something more good. So nothing wrong in telling in the class. Correct or not? Yes. So students, online students, funny. Oh, super. Oh, super. Okay. Right. Now you are saying super. So there are a lot of things are there. I will win heart of every student in the class. That is my intention actually. That's why I'll come to class. To win your heart daily, I will come to the class. Okay. Anyhow, students, the last and final appeal to all the students who are in online. Today is the last date for your registration in the class. Today is the last date for registering the class. And very next day, the admins will change the link of the class. You are attending all the days of 8 days you attended, and we are going to today is the last date for paying the fees. And tomorrow onwards, the link will change. The link will change and only paid students will be allowed tomorrow onwards. This is my last and final announcement. So I'm entering into where? Dynamically typed. So entering into the dynamically typed. So students, the link will change in tomorrow and we are going to send the link only to the paid students. Today is the last date for paying the fees. Tomorrow onwards, we don't allow any of the students who did not pay the fees. Okay. Now let me enter into the further. Because we gave 8 days time for you to enter into that. And tomorrow, today, the last day. Tomorrow onwards, no more students allowed without paying the fees. Now I'm entering into the class. Dynamically typed. Last class I sent already the message called what? Platform independent. Now, remember now, class, object, platform independent, data types, all those things. Right. So, Shankar, those who are already registered in my batch, our people will send you the link for you daily to you. Daily, the official link will come to every student mail. So that don't worry about it. Official link will come to you daily. It will come to you that you need to take care. Okay. So now I'm going to start dynamically typed. Now I'm going to start. In IT, in industry, we have two types of programming languages. Two types of programming languages. They are number one is called static typed programming languages. Static typed programming languages. Number one. Second is called what you know? Dynamic typed programming languages. Dynamic typed programming languages. Static typed and then dynamic typed programming languages. Now I'm going to give you the clarity on what do you mean by static type, what do you mean by dynamic typed. Because of dynamic typed, what advantage will be there? Because of static typed, what will be happening? I just want to give you the clarity on both the topics. And finally, we'll say what is Python. So here I will write it dynamically typed. Dynamically typed. Yeah. Under this example, if I take it, C is one of the static typed programming language. C++ is one of the static typed programming language. Java is one of the static typed programming language. C#.NET is one of the static typed programming language. These are comes under what? Static typed programming languages. Under dynamically typed programming languages, only one language will come, that is called Python. Examples I am writing here. Examples. Python is only the language will comes under dynamically typed. There is one more scripting language is also there. That is the JavaScript also will come, but JavaScript is not a programming language. It is a client-side validation techniques purpose we use in our web application development. But still, I am writing JavaScript is also comes and dynamically typed. What do you mean by static typed? Let me give you the discussion of it. And dynamically typed, and you observe the difference between static typed and dynamically typed. I'm going to give you the difference here. Very, very simple. Let me start. Students, in Java programming, in C programming, in C++ programming, comma, in C#.NET programming languages. Now I'm asking a question. How do you store, where do you store the data? All of you must answer it. My dear students, only one request to all the people. You need to answer my questions. Sitting quiet and calm in the class will not serve your goal. To achieve your goal, you have to speak. Suppose if I don't speak in the class, will you come to my class? Huh? If I don't speak in interview, will you get the job? Huh? Then why you are sitting quiet and calm, students? Try to speak now. By sitting quiet and calm, what you will get it? Generally, I'm asking you, will you get anything? Huh? And then why are you not speaking? Who will not speak generally? Rocks, 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 stones, trees. Nighttime they will speak, it seems. We don't know. We read somewhere else. So if you don't speak, you will not reach to your goal. This is my kind advice to every student. Please speak in the class. This is my request for every student. If you still don't speak, what can I do? Tell me. I requested you speak. Now tell me, how to store the data? Where do you store the data? Main memory. So I am writing small description here. Data stored in where? Main memory by default. Okay. I'll explain so simple way to you the subject. Data stored in main memory by default. Data is nothing but what here? Input. All your inputs are stored in where? Main memory. Okay. To store the data in main memory, what must be allocated? Memory space. Yesterday only I said. To store the data in main memory space must be allocated. I wrote that also. To store the data or input, to store the data or input in which memory? Main memory. First, memory space must be allocated. Memory space must be allocated. Memory space must be allocated. To allocate the memory space, what do we need? Data types. Yesterday only I said, you are not remembering. How do you survive? Hmm? Do you remember your name? Do you know your name? Say, do you know your mobile number? Do you know your house address? Do you know your Aadhaar card number? Don't know. Yes, sir. Okay. So one thing you know your mobile number, you know your house address, you know your name, you know your parents' name. Then these are what regularly you are dealing with it, you are remembering. If you don't read the regular notes, still you cannot remember. If you read daily, you can remember the subject. This is also one simple indication for you. Already said, na, to allocate the memory space in main memory, we use what? Data types. Now I'm going to say to allocate. See, I'm writing just like a small kids level notes. To allocate the memory space. To allocate the memory space. Tell me. To allocate the memory space. To allocate the memory space in where? Main memory. We must we must use what? Data types. We must use data types. I'm saying here we must use what? Data types. We must use data types. Without using data types, memory space will not be allocated. Understood that? Very good. Now I'm going to take immediately examples. I'm going to take it. Examples. Now tell me, that means in this programming languages, to allocate the memory space, compulsory you need to use what? Data types. If you don't know data types, what will happen? Suppose, for example, if you don't know data types, what will happen? Memory space cannot be allocated now. Memory space cannot be allocated. Definitely memory space will not be allocated. So what is the drawback of these languages? If any person don't know the data type, definitely that person cannot allocate the memory space. So one day or 2 days back, regularly I'm asking you, 3.5 is which type? Actually, you said beginning what? Float. Actually, it is not a float. It is a double. You said what to me? Float. But really what it is? Double. That means what you know, wrong you know. Wrong you know. But actual data type is what? So if you write float for this one, are you getting answer or error? Error. That means you know data type. But what data type it is? Wrong data type. In Python, you are not necessary to specify the data type. Who will specify the data type automatically? Python execution environment will specify the data type. Another time I will repeat. In these programming languages, which are comes under what? Static typed, you must specify the data type compulsory. Suppose if any programmer don't know the proper data type, that time what he will get it? Unable to create the memory space. Is it not a small limitation of static typed programming languages? So what is the static typed programming languages rule? You have to use data type. Then only memory space will be allocated. Let us take an example. What is my example? Code for adding two values. Small example I am talking. Code for adding two values. Just tell me mathematics answer, you tell me mathematics, you tell me. How do you write a code for adding two values? Just mathematics, you tell me. A is equal to 10. Let, write English I'll write. Let A is equal to 10. Let B is equal to 20. Let C is equal to what? A plus B. Display ABC. Is an English now? It's an English. But that English sentences I have to convert into what? Java, C, C++ languages. To store this value 10, what should I allocate? Memory space. To allocate the memory space, I have to use a data type or not? My number is called what? 10. 10 is called what? A number without decimal places. In mathematics, we call it as what? Integer. To store this integer data, you need to allocate the memory space. For that, a data type is called int. Int is called keyword in C language, C++, Java, .NET. Understand that? So I have to write what now? I will use which data type? Int data type. For storing 10, I need to use which data type again? Int data type. C is going to contain what? 10 plus 20, 30. 30 is a number without decimal places. Again, I will use which data type? Int. So I am going to write the code. My dear students, if I write int, because of int, this is little technical. Daily I'm entering into, slowly I'm entering into too much deep subject. When I say int, memory space is created. Because of int, memory space is created. If it is a C language, 2 bytes of memory space will be created. If it is a Java, it will create what? 4 bytes of memory space will create. Because of 4 bytes of memory space is created, okay. Value gets stored. Value gets stored. But that memory space is containing the value, but that memory space need to give some name. Need to give some name. How? It is like this. You see, students, suppose there is a student. See, actually, of course, you don't feel it. As on today, student basics knowledge you take now, faculty also will get fear how to teach them money. Completely zero knowledge, no knowledge at all. But I want to make hero in the subject. For that, your cooperation is important. My experiences will boost your performance, but your cooperation is required. You have to speak about it. You have to think about what I am speaking. If you don't think and if you don't respond, you'll get a problem. Come on, there is a person. Every person in the real life will have a name or not? Every person in the real life will have a name. Why name is given to the person? To access, to call, to identify. For this time, we need what? Name, which is known as labeling or not? Labeling. Anything you see in real life, there is some label is given or not? Suppose if I look at this bottle will have some name or not? If you see some item in the real life, that item will have definitely one name is there. Similarly, when you come to programming, int will create the memory space. That memory space will be named with some name, labeled with some name. I am going to take it. As you know in mathematics, we used to say, let x is equal to 10, let y is equal to 10, but x and y are called what? Identifiers. Today, I am writing what? Because of int memory space is created, that memory space is going to contain what? Value gets stored. To access that value which is stored in the memory, I will give the name called what? X. X. If I say X, na, 10 will be substituted at that place. Did you understand? Same as mathematics only. Today I am writing A comma B comma C. I am writing A comma B comma C. I am writing. This is known as what you know? Data type. Along with that, I am writing what? ABC. Because of that, what is happening? A pointing to the memory space, B pointing to the memory space, C pointing to the memory space. These ABCs are called what? Identifiers. They are also known as what you know? Variables. More about the variables I will explain within 1 or 2 days. Within 1 or 2 days, I'm going to explain. So variables are here. Then, are you able to understand? Because of int, what is created? Memory space is created. After the memory space is created, which is named with what? ABC. Now I am going to keep the value called 10. Now I'll keep the value called 20. 10 and 20 will be stored in that. And C is equal to what I am saying? A plus B. And it is going to contain the value called what? 30. 30. Did you understand this now? This line is known as variable declaration, we can call. What is that is called? Variable declaration. Because this is a very serious point. So this line is called a variable declaration. Variable declaration says what? I am telling to my environment of programming, integer data type, memory space is allocated 3 times because I am writing 3 things, 3 variables I am writing. 3 memory spaces will be created. Memory space is ready. Now I can store the value 10, B value 20, C is equal to what? A plus B I am writing. A plus B I am writing. Suppose if I don't write C, you will get error. What is the error? C is an error, you will get it. What is the C error? Because C is not having memory space. That means before using any variable in static typed programming languages, it must be what? Declared. Then only you can store the value. So if I write it, comma what? C, then only you can do these things. So in static typed programming languages, to store the values, what is required? Data type is required, plus what is required? Variables are required. So conclusion I am writing, in static typed programming languages, that means in these languages, what is compulsory? In these languages that are called static typed languages, what is mandatory? What is mandatory? Variable declaration is mandatory. Variable declaration is mandatory. Variable declaration is mandatory. Mandatory means what? Compulsory. Go to C language, go to Java language once and see this now. Java here, JDK here. I will take like a Python command prompt. I'll go to this command prompt here. So here you observe it. I'm going to say, look at this now. I'm writing now. A is equal to 10 error. Why error? No memory space. Memory space variable declaration is compulsory. So I would write what now? Int A. I would write int A. This line is called what? Declaration. Declaration means telling. This is so and so data type, so and so variable. Tell me now. Int A. What is the value by default stored? 0. A is equal to 10. Yes, it is valid. Are you following me? Next, int B is equal to what I am saying? 20. Int B is equal to 20, I am saying. It is done, 20. Next, I am going to take it. Next, I am going to take it. Int C is equal to what? A plus B. It is going to contain the value called what? 30. It is going to contain the value called 30. I think you are following me. This is known as what? Variable declaration, and variable declaration. Now, last and final, I'm going to take up another discussion here, something like this. What is this now? X is equal to 10, error, no declaration. Y is equal to 20, error. Z is equal to X plus Y. 3 errors will come. X is an error, Y is an error, Z is an error. These are all called what? Errors because of no variable declaration. So I'm going to do what? X is equal to 10. Next is called what? Into Y is equal to 20. Y is equal to 20. Next is called what? Int Z is equal to 30. Z is equal to 30. Now I am writing int K is equal to X plus Y plus Z. X plus Y plus Z. 10, 20, 30. 60 is going to come. Are able to follow now? These lines are called what? Variable declaration. Without variable declaration, you will get what? Error. So in static typed programming languages, first line must be what? Variable declaration. Otherwise, you will get what? Error. Now the point is, okay, suppose you are taking X is equal to 10.5. Generally, most of the students will feel what it is a float. That is the wrong answer. That means what is the problem of static typed programming languages? You are taking some data Unfortunately, you don't know the data type of the data. Is it an easy language or difficult language? You know the data, but you don't know the data type of the data to store. 100 is the integer data. What is the data type? Int. What is this data? Generally, student will think what you thought 2 days back, float. But actual data is what? Double. That means what you know? You know something wrong, but reality is something. Do you feel that language is difficult or easy? Difficult. What you know, what is actually in reality, that is different. Definitely, that language is little confusing or not. So, I don't want to choose the data type. One more question I want to ask you. I want to store 43,996 I want to store in C language, in Java. Which one you will use? 43,996 you want to store in Java. Which one you will use? Tell me. Generally, you will say which type? Int type you will say. That is definitely called what? Wrong. That is definitely wrong. You say this now. Int of k is equal to, int of k is equal to, or int of some p is equal to 43,996. It is going to be called what? 43,996. It is going to be allowed. Say p is equal to something like 67, 78, 999. Like this you try to say. Is it error or not? Then which data type to use? In C language, C++, Java, .NET to store such a big number? Which data type do you use? Nobody knows. Nobody knows, including you people, including online students, including any trainer. Open question. Let us store this data in Java language. Nobody knows except in our class. Because in real time, these are very, very important. Open question. Take your own time. Ask anybody. Ask anybody. Come with an answer. Are you following? But in Python, we can store this data. Why you are not able to know? Because it is int you took. But to store such a big number, integer is not suitable. What is the next data type? You don't know the data type. Do you know the data type? Then how can you store? Is it a difficult or not? So static typed programming languages allows us to write the variable declaration. That variable declaration some have from some problems. So programmer may not be knowing to store more amount of data. Moreover, the programmer typed as int type, it allows only int type. It never allows what? Other type of values. One more example. First of all, did you understand this? Are you getting me? Now, this is one example. Second example I am talking. Int h is equal to 100. Quite fine. Quite fine. What is the type of h? Int. It stores what data only? Integer data only. Numbers with numbers without decimal places only it can store. Now I am going to take a h is equal to 999. No problem. Still that is a perfect answer because still it is also integer type. But my intention is h is equal to 1.2 I am going to stick. This was already typed with which one? That is a static type. Static type means already defined. It is a fix. Now I am trying to take dynamism. Dynamism. Is it allowed or not? Not allowed. Because you made as what? Int type. Int type data type you said. It is allows only integer type of values. Never allows which values? This is also one of the drawback. So once you type it as int type, that is a static type. Static means fixed in nature. This never allows other type of values. One more thing, h is equal to, so Java I am writing here. So it is also going to be error. But in Python language, this is not the case. Python allows what? Dynamic typed language. It allows any type of value. And the data type is decided by the Python environment only. It is not necessary to be decided by whom? Python programmer. Who will assign the data type automatically? Python environment will assign. And the drawbacks of this kind of things come to this place now. In static typed programming languages, now I'm going to give you the clarity. In static typed programming languages, it is mandatory for the programmer, what I said, programmer to specify the variable declaration. Variable declaration contains what? In the bracket, data type plus what? Variables. You need to specify. More about variables within 1 or 2 days you will get it. Within 1 or 2 days you will get it. I hope you are following me. If in static typed programming languages, it is mandatory for the programmer to specify what? Variable declaration. What will be the limitations of static typed programming languages? These are all concept based, much knowledge in the subject. The limitations of what now? Static typed programming languages are, number one is called what? The programmer may not able to select, may not be able to select suitable data type. Chances there or not? Number one. Second one is what? The variable, the data type we specify, it allows only that type of values, but not dynamic values, but not dynamic other type of values. These are the two drawbacks. I hope you got it. Example I am going to give, code example I am giving, There I am going to give you the code example. Under that, int of what? A comma B comma C, which is known as what I said, students. What I already said, variable declaration. This is known as what? Variable declaration, I said. This is called variable declaration. Done. Variable declaration, I said. Next, I am going to take up what? Here I am going to write it. A is equal to 10, B is equal to 20, C is equal to A plus B. Then I wrote it. C is equal to A plus B. This is valid. Variable declaration. One more thing I am writing. In this place, A is equal to 1.2 is going to give you what? Error. B is equal to what now? Java I am going to write it. It is also going to be error. Because, why error? Because A is static typed as which type? A is static typed as what type? Int type. Error. This is also going to be error because what is this now? B is static typed as what? Int. That's why these values are not allowed. Are you able to follow? This is comes under which type of thing? Static typed. So ultimately, what did you understand? Static typed programming languages, programmer must know full data types plus the data type, even if you select correctly, that will allow only that value. Dynamism is not taking place. That is the limitation of what? Static typed. I hope you got it. Online students, did you understand, students? Did you understand this mechanism? This is the old languages which are available now in the present market. Dynamic typed programming languages, Python is coming into picture. Let us go to the Python. In dynamic typed programming languages, now I am writing, students, carefully try to follow. In dynamically typed programming languages, the programmer need not to specify the variable declaration. Variable declaration you need not to specify. They made it free. You take variable name and assign the value. You take the variable name and assign the value. You need not to write what? Data type. Why? If you need not to take the data type, means half of the burden is reduced from your side. So coming to that, internally, I am writing here. Internally, how it is taking place, I am writing. Internally, depends on type of value, depends on type of value. We are assigning to the variable Python execution environment, Python execution environment, Python execution environment decides the type of value, decides the type of what value, and whose memory space assigned, whose memory space assigned, whose memory space allocated automatically. Automatically. How the memory space is allocated also, I'm going to explain in the class. Right now, don't worry. I hope you are following. Now I'm going to take up code related example. Code related example. Go to which environment now? Python environment. Python environment. Now, I hope you are following that. Internally depends on type of value we are assigning to variable. Python execution environment decides the type of value and whose memory space is allocated automatically. Go to the Python environment now. This is my Python environment. This is the Python environment. You observe it. And here we are going to take up. We are going to take up. Now see here. So online students, and this is a one more announcement we are giving, a gentle reminder for everybody. Today is the last date for paying the fees for online students for registering in this course. Today we are going to change the link. Not paid students who are not paid, they are not going to be allowed from tomorrow. New link will be coming tomorrow onwards. That new link is not going to be shared to the students who did not pay the fees. That link will be shared only to the students who paid the fees. And that admins will take care about who will be sharing that kind of things. Okay, let me move to the further code related examples I'm going to take up. Let's start. Here, this is my example. Go to the place. Now I'm going to take up. Come on, start. Code is what? Addition of two numbers. Same. A is equal to 10. We are not assigning any data type. B is equal to 20. 20. So, coming to the B is equal to 20. C is equal to what? A plus B. Now you print C. Don't worry about print. Within 1 or 2 days, I will share with the practical things. Comma, type of A. See that carefully. The value 10 assigned with which data type? And int is which data type here? Class. Int is the keyword in C, C++, Java. In Python, int is a class. Yesterday, I gave a beautiful explanation for what is class and what is an object. Object meaning is what? Non-object meaning is what? How that entire thing I explained in the class perfectly. Similarly, print of what I am saying? B comma type of B. Type of B. It is also going to be which type? Int type. Print of what I am saying? C comma type of C. You don't worry about the statements which I am writing. These are all going to be revised once again, which 0 level, because I am explaining the features of Python. I think you are following me now. So I took it A value 10. All of a sudden, see, A is equal to 1.2. Allowed. Earlier I took it as what? Integer. Now I am taking it as what? Float. Earlier I took it as what? H is called integer. Now H I took it as a float. It's a big error came. But in Python, there is no error at all. Automatically this data type is assigned. B is equal to what? So I'm saying here 2 point something like 8. And C is equal to what here? A plus B. Try to print this A students. What type it is? Float. Earlier it was which type? Is it dynamically changed or not? Next B is equal float. Next C is equal to float or not? So here earlier ABC are what type? Int type. Now ABC are which type? Float type. Are you able to follow? Now A is equal to something like Python. I am going to write it and print this A just A comma type of A. A comma type of A, which is called str. What is str here? Class Mudubavulus class it is. STR, string, these are all called your college knowledge. That is a very danger. About STR, if you say such a type of old knowledge, outdated knowledge, if you bring, you will not come up. What is STR? Class. Like that you need to answer. What is int? Like your college int, integer. Like that if you answer, we cannot lift to the real time. You try to get some knowledge. Already yesterday only I said, already I'm making you to spell out what is integer. Already I made you to put on the line. Why are you going out of it? What is str? Class. About str, so many things I'm going to explain. Almost I'm explaining str part 1, str part 2, str part 3. Part 1 I will explain part 1 I will explain 5 hours. Because in real time when you go to str, there's a lot of importance will be there. Part 2 will be 2 hours. Part 3 will be 1 hour. Totally 8 hours I am going to discuss. And what questions will come in interview, I will show you. Just a minute. Just a minute. Just wonderful. See that. Go to my things. Data types you take it. Because I don't want to boast about my class. Because just it is a wonder. That's all. If I go to str, see that. What is str? Definition of str, notations of str, types of strs, syntax for storing data, str data, memory management, positive indexing, negative indexing, operations on str data, indexing and slicing. This is called the first part. This is called the first part. See how many syntaxes. Definition of str, some properties are covered. Properties are covered. Next, operations on str. See, operations on str. Wonderful. Indexing, slicing. See how many programming examples. Slicing, syntax number 1, syntax number 2, subpoints, syntax number 1, most special subpoints, syntax number 2, syntax number 3, syntax number 4, syntax number 5, rule 1, rule 2, rule 3, rule 4, rule 5, so many. You see in any internet, you will not find. Open secret. And moreover, you come to my competitive questions. Come to my competitive questions. Python exercises. Coming to code challenge 1. Basic programs. Already 700 programs are there. See, basic programs. Arrays programs. List programs. List. Next come to matrix related programs. String programs. See these programs. STR programs. These are the many companies are asking from so many years together. See how many are they? Almost how many are there? 76 line 2. Almost it is what? 105 lines of code. This is the beginning level questions. Already 700 questions I already shown you. If you do these many number of questions and problems in the class, who will stop you? We don't want to train like a theory like a colleges. It is an ultimate class. You have to take care. Okay. Now I'm going to start with dictionary related. These are, see how many are there. Couple related, searching, sorting algorithms. These many number of things. This is called what? Coding challenges. Coding challenges too. Next level. Other than 700 programs. Mind blowing. To ask all these things, to answer all these things. If it just work like our college days, it will not be. You have to do with a full commitment. You need not to know anything. I already said now. Already you are zero. I know that. You only accepted. First day only I asked you, what is your value? After asking some questions. Then I don't want to say once again the same thing. So that to come up, you have to speak and you have to make the things clear. Now I'll go to the code example. What is my code example here? Coming to this area, I will take up this and I will try to paste it. Here I'm going to give you the code example. This is my value, int type. This is my B type. And moreover, I'm saying, before attending my class, attend all the classes, or after my class, attend all the classes. Decide. Decide. Whoever teach more, you join there only. That is my advice. That is my advice. Right. So, that is my advice. Including me, including anybody who teaches more, you join there. That is our open secret I'm telling from so many years together. Now coming to the place. Here, that is the one. And this is an example for what? Languages. So which language is dynamically typed? So in Python, what is not necessary to write it? Variable declaration not necessary. When variable declaration is removed from the programming, half of the programming buttons are eliminated. Is it easy to write the coding in or not? Yes, tell me, what is the Python language now? What is the Python language now? See on the screen. Python is one of the simple, platform independent, dynamically typed programming language. What is what is Java? Java is one of the platform independent, static typed programming language. What is Python? Dynamically typed, platform independent. That is what you have to get the clarity. Understand, huh? Online students, my dear students, may get the confirmation from you. Is dynamically typed is clear quickly. Good. Okay, students. Let me move to the further about next one. I want to introduce interpreted. Interpreted I want to introduce. This is also most important concept. I want to explain about interpretation here. Fine. See, to understand such beautiful coding standards, in the class, you must go for what interpreted. To understand such beautiful coding standards, you must have this type of internals, what is happening in the coding. So here, before going to write the interpretation process, I want to tell you what is interpreter, next what is compiler, next I want to tell you what is interpretation, next what is compilation I want to tell you. What is compilation I want to tell you. What is interpreter, what is compiler, what is interpretation, what is compilation I want to tell you. These are the technical terms. Whether you are civil student or mechanical student or any computer science knowledge is not there, even anybody having computer science knowledge also, they don't know the meaning of this completely. Now I am giving complete answer. Try to remember. Now I am going to give you the clarity. Try to carefully understand. I don't want any of your basics. Just to take my basics and move forward. You will be number one. That's all. Now, Steve, suppose I'm taking one small example here and try to follow. Suppose from Delhi, one politician came. From Delhi to Hyderabad for public meeting. So here there is a lot of public is waiting. These are all public. The public people knows only the Telugu language. And the politician who is standing on the dais, who knows only Hindi, Then this person started speaking in where? Hindi. The audience knows what? Telugu. Is this person able to understand or not able to understand these people? Not able to understand. Definitely, this will not reach to these people, correct or not? What they are speaking also not reaching to this person. So definitely what is required? One translator is required. One translator compulsory required or not? So this translator, he will take the Hindi words and he will convert the Hindi to what? Telugu. This is known as what in English? Translator. How he is translating? Line by line or total meeting at once? Line by line. So in computer science, line by line translation is known as interpreter. Line by line translator is known as what? Interpreter. Spell out the word interpreter. Interpreter is one of the software actually. Interpreter is one of the program in the languages whose role is what? Translating line by line of the source language into what? Destination language. That process is known as what? Interpretation we can call. What is the interpretation? Line by line translation of the source language to what? Destination is known as what? Interpretation. Who will do the interpretation? Interpreter will do. Are you getting me? Interpreter and then interpretation. So what is an interpreter? It is a program present in the languages. Which languages it will present? I will give you. And that I am going to convert. The interpreter is doing what? Converting line by line of source language into what? Destination. Line by line conversion is called interpretation. Who will do the interpretation? Interpreter. That's all. Next day, meeting is over today. Next day in the newspaper, what will happen? Next day in the newspaper, what will happen? The total meeting essence will come in 2 to 3 paragraphs. Total meeting will come at once or not? That is known as what? They compiled the total meeting at once in the newspaper in 1 or 2 paragraphs. That is known as what? All at once they are converting and putting in the 2 or 3 paragraphs. That is known as what? Compiler. In technically speaking, compiler is also one software. Compiler is also one program whose process is doing what, convert the total lines of code, convert the total lines at a time to what? Destination language. All at once converted by what? Compiler. Line by line conversion done by whom? Interpreter. It is a general knowledge you must have the point. In our industry, C language you take it, it is a purely what? Compiler based language. Java you take it, it is a compiler and interpretation based programming language. Python you take it, it is called purely what? Interpretation based programming language. When I am saying the word called compiler, what you should think immediately? All at once conversion. When I say interpretation, what you should think? Line by line conversion. This is a simple background you must have. Clear or not clear? What is interpreter will do? Line by line conversion. What compiler will do? All at once conversion. Getting or not? Now I want to tell you, before entering, I want to tell you a small diagram I want to write it. Do you know C language? Do you know C language? Huh? Don't know? But first day you said you know C language. Today you are not saying. You know, you don't know. Okay, don't know. That I already know. Okay, no problem. Students, don't worry. Don't worry, students. Now I'm telling about, see, whatever I'm explaining, it is towards Python environment to understand well. Now I am explaining diagrammatic representation for C comma C++ program execution. C++ program execution. Coming to this part, all the students' online doubts will be clarified at the end of it, not in the middle of the class. Diagrammatic representation of what? C++ program execution I am going to. Easy. Next diagram I will tell you. That is what is my interest. Diagrammatic representation for Python program execution. Diagrammatic representation for what program execution? Python program execution. Now I'm going to talk about it. Diagrammatic representation for program execution. Which program execution? Python program execution. But before that, I want to check your existing knowledge. Already you are masters in C language now. I just want to check it. You are not master, I know, just opposite. Are you master? Master, huh? Lilliput, huh? Lilliput also no. Okay, no problem. Come on to the point. Here I am writing some small things here. Try to get quickly. I will write some small boxes here. That small boxes will make you to understand how our program execution is. Now I'm trying to tell. And if I say anything directly, you don't feel it. Even if you feel also, no problem. So here I'm going to talk about it. Certain lines here. So some lines of code I'm writing it. So here I'm going to write some more things. I'm writing it. Carefully try to follow. So here I'm going to take up. Okay. Now here, this C program, I am going to write it. See students, this again I will show you practical in the classroom. When you write any program in C language, you will give an extension called .c. When you write a program in C++, you will give an extension called .cpp. When you write a program in Java, you will give an extension called .java. When you write a Python program, you will give an extension called .py. Stands for what? Python. Like you have your surname in normal life or not? Like that, languages also will contain what? Extensions. Here I am writing. Take one small program called sum dot what? C. Sum dot C I am taking. It is called our program name. This is the program you have written. We call it as a source code. We call it as a source code. Here I am writing source code, it is called source code. Source code is nothing but what? The code which is written by the programmer is called what? Source code. I want to introduce three important terms in the class. Source code I am going to take up. Next I am going to introduce whatever the code you have written it, that I want to check whether it is following the syntaxes or not. Already I used the word called syntaxes. Syntaxes is nothing but what? Grammar of the language. So to check the syntax verification, there is one component called compiler. Compiler. You take C language compiler. Java, you take it, Java compiler. Take .NET compiler. You take any language, definitely there is a compiler will be there. What compiler role is? There are 6 internal roles are there for a compiler. One of the role is what? It checks for what? It checks for what? Syntaxes. It last stand up both of you. When everybody is listening, what are you doing? You came for a time pass or what? Why are you talking? Huh? If you are not interested, please get out. Why are you wasting your time? Sit separately if you want to sit. By seeing I am getting irritation first. Sit separately, listen the class. For every few minutes watching mobile, that will work out in college. Here it will not work out. Come something with more manners. Listen, if you are not interested, please leave the class. Waste of time. By seeing I am not getting any symptoms, you are students. So here, compiler will be there. Compilers are doing what? It is converting the total source code into other language, I said, destination thing. The compiler, C language compiler, C++ compiler, Java compiler, any compiler you take it. First activity it will do what? Checks the syntaxes. If syntax errors are there, the errors will be shown to the programmer itself. If no errors are present, that will convert into what? Intermediate code it will convert. So I'm writing here C compiler, I'm mentioning C compiler. What is C compiler is doing? It is doing what process? Compilation process. Compilation process. Compilation process means what it will do here? All at once. In C language, all at once will be done. Carefully try to understand. What is happening here? The compiler search for what? Syntaxes. If all syntaxes you have written correctly, this will convert into what? In every language, it will convert into what? Intermediate code. Intermediate code. So I'm writing here, intermediate code. This will be converted. Intermediate code, it will be converted. What is an intermediate code of C language I'm giving here? Sum.obj. What is an extension here? .obj. It is going to be called as what? Object code it is called. What is the C language intermediate code? Object code. What is the code you are writing? Source code. Submitted to whom? Compiler will check for the syntaxes. If you have written correct syntaxes, the compiler will convert it into intermediate code. What is an intermediate code of C language? Object code. Object code. That object code is submitted for what? Execution phase. Execution phase. Execution phase. Actually, students don't have any knowledge, but they think that they know something. Example is last student. What is your background? BTech? Degree? Stand up. Intermediate. What you will understand, my dear student? Don't waste your time. Try to prepare for something. Okay, now. So, sit down. Don't waste it. They are all BTech people. Don't waste your time. You prepare for some exams. 10th class people learning Python, intermediate people learning Python. Don't expect anything. Try to do. A lot of time is there for you. Don't waste your time. Come to the point. Execution phase. What is happening in execution phase? What is execution phase? First of all, I'll give you some clarity. I'll give some clarity. Suppose you want to prepare some dish. You want to prepare some dish. What you will do? Some vegetable dish you want to prepare. What you will do first? Buy vegetables or not? After buying vegetables, you will clean it and you will cut it. Everything that is known as what? Compilation. You will go for cooking next or not? That is called what? Execution. Because if I don't tell this example, people can't understand. People are having already mind is gone. Try to get it. This is an open secret. You are seeing so many people outside. They don't know anything. Just walking here and there by taking books. So try to learn subject fully. So who will execute C program? You studied C language also in your colleges. No faculty will tell who will execute C program. Tell me who will execute C program? Nobody knows. You will press F9 in your college, control F9, you will see the result. And you don't know who will execute the program. Open secret. Who will execute C program? Nobody knows. Nobody. Ask your faculties also. I am not criticizing anybody. I am criticizing quality of subject. Now I am telling today. C shell. What is the program name? C shell, which will execute your C program. C shell will read what? Object code. C shell will read the object code. Now I am writing. C shell. C shell reads. C shell. What it is doing? Reads the object code and converted into machine understandable code. Machine understandable code. What is the machine understandable code? Binary code. Binary code. That is called what? Zeros, ones, zeros, ones, zeros, ones, and etc. Are you following? And it is, and it is, and it is understandable by what? OS and processor. Yesterday's class, I already said what is OS. If I ask any student outsider, they will say full form only. Because our people are gold medalist in full forms. Only full form. Anything else? Full form only. What is OS? Operating system. Waste people. You need to know what is OS. Yesterday I already said. It is a resource allocation manager and resource deallocation manager. If you say no, interview will say he is a talented person, first of all. If you say operating system, he will dislike to ask question. That is the industry trend. Don't learn full forms like everybody. Come to the point. C shell reads the object code and convert it into mission understandable code, binary code. But binary code is understandable by whom? OS and processor. And finally, it is going to give you the execution code is called what? Sum.exe file is created. Sum.exe file is created. It is an executable code is created. Here, how many codes? Source code, object code, executable code. This is the process taking place in which language? This is a subject in C program execution. Come to Python. Now I am coming to my environment, our environment, my subject environment. Same to same. Here, what are we writing? Program name. What is my program name? I will write it. Wait, I will write it. Here it is going to be. Here I am going to write it. Simple, students. Now it is going to be very, very simple. So I am going to write it. What is happening? Same diagram, let me write it. Same diagram, I am going to write it. Easy. And once you understand that basic part, which you did not know, I explained it just now. After that basic, you try to come to this area. Now coming to this point now, I'm going to write it. Come on, what is this now? Sum.py. What is the .py? Extension of the Python program. More about that extension I will explain in the class. What is this is called? Source code. Every source code is supposed to execute. Before executing, what will be done? Compilation will be done. Here, who will come? Who will come? Python compiler will come. Python compiler. How Python compiler is acting as? Name is compiler only. But how Python compiler designed by the Guido van Rossum? Guido van Rossum is the father of Python, which I already said or not. This is comes under which phase? Which phase it is? Compilation phase. Compilation phase. This compilation phase, how it is done there? It is going to be done line by line compilation will be done. You don't ask me, sir, you said the word compiler. Name is compiler only, but acts as what? Line by line. That's why it is named as what? Python interpreter. So Python compilation is all at once, line by line. So it is known as what? Interpretation. The moment when Python compiler you are submitting the code, Python compiler checks for the syntaxes. If any syntax errors are there, Python compiler will show the errors to the Python programmer. If no errors are there in the source code, they are converted into what code? Intermediate code. Here also, which code will be there? Intermediate code will be there. I will tell you, students. Intermediate code of Python is now I'm going to write it. Here extension is called what? Sum.pyc. Sum.pyc. This PYC contains which code? Bytecode. Compulsory question. What is bytecode entered? What is the bytecode? A lot of people don't know. Bytecode means they will say binary code, they will say. They don't know. Binary code is different. Bytecode is different. Bytecode who will generate? Who will generate bytecode? Python compiler. From which code? Source code is read by whom? Python compiler. No errors. Generating which code? What is an extension of bytecode? .pyc. What is an extension of source code? Good. Come to which phase next? Which phase? Execution phase. Simple. Who will execute Python program? PVM. Who is that? PVM. PVM, people knows Python virtual machine. Full form, no. Any faculty says full form, don't join there. You will spoil your career. What is PVM? I am telling the meaning of it. People will ask you, define PVM. You ask any person outside, PVM, Python virtual machine, over. What is PVM? You already learned what is C shell. Now I am saying PVM. Come on, students. PVM. Come on, reads line by line of bytecode. Line by line of what? Bytecode. Who will read bytecode, ma? PVM. Line by line of bytecode. How it reads? Line by line. Again, it is called what? Interpretation only. PVM reads line by line of bytecode. And what? Come on, say simple. Converted into machine understandable code. What is the machine understandable code? Machine understandable code is called binary code. Machine code we can call zeros and ones, zeros and ones. And it is, come on, fast. Understandable by what? OS and processor. And finally gives result. Finally gives what? Result. This is the subject of what is PVM. Come on to the point. Here, what is this now? Python source code submitted to whom? Generates which code? Provided no errors. If errors are there, error will be shown to the programmer only. Such bytecode submitted to whom? For which purpose? PVM will read the bytecode line by line and convert it into what code? Binary code. That binary code is understandable by OS and processor and finally gives result. This is called program execution. Here how it is done. Here how it is done. line by line compilation, line by line execution, line by line compilation, line by line execution. That's why Python is which language? Interpretation based programming language. Line by line compilation, line by line execution. That's why it is known as what? So here two terms, Python compiler, PVM. Who will compile the Python program? Python compiler. చూడండి అక్కడ Python compiler. Who will execute the Python program? PVM. You ask any outsider who will execute the Python program? Don't know. Java, if we come, JVM will be there. In Python, what will be there? PVM will be there. What is the definition of PVM? PVM is one of the program which is reading the line by line of bytecode and converting into mission understandable code. That mission understandable code is understandable by OS and processor and finally gives result. Anybody asks tomorrow how Python program will execute, you have to say this. In the Python program execution, how many phases? Compilation phase, execution phase will be there. Let us watch this example now. Watch this concept now. I am going to give you here features of Python, under that interpretation. Try to read out now carefully. Come on, start with. When we develop any Python program, we must give some file name with an extension .py. File name .py. File name what? Py. Coming to the next, when we execute Python program, two processes taken place internally. Compilation process, execution process. In compilation process, Python source code submitted to Python compiler and it reads the source code, checks for errors by verifying syntaxes. If no errors are found, then Python compiler converts into intermediate code called bytecode with an extension .pyc, file name .pyc. If errors are found in source code, then we get errors displayed on the console. Console is nothing but monitor. That are the technical words. In execution process, the PVM reads the Python intermediate code bytecode line by line and converted into mission understandable code. That is the executable or binary code. And it is read by OS and processor and finally gives result. Hence, in Python programming execution, compilation process, execution process taking place line by line conversion, and it is one of the interpretation based programming language. Definition of PVM, Python virtual machine. PVM is one of the program in Python software whose role is to read line by line of bytecode and converted into mission understandable code. That is called executable or binary code. This is the subject of what? Interpreted. Did you understand? This is the meaning. At the same time, you understand the diagrammatic representation. In the notes, I will send you the diagram also. So what features you know? Somebody asks you tomorrow, what is PV? What is Python? What is the elegant answer? Python is one of the simple, platform independent, dynamically typed, interpreted programming language. Like that, you have to explain. They will ask you, what is platform independent? You know the answer. What is dynamically typed? You know the answer. What is interpreted? You know the answer. Don't buttify like our academics. By buttifying academics, what will happen? Nothing will happen. Understand? So, technical education is totally different from your traditional education. Marks are not important. How much competitive mind is there, that is an important. Understand? So, in tomorrow class, when I come back, I will explain about the rest of the features. I will explain these features I will explain. Very soon features are going to complete and then I am entering into the 0 level coding I am going to start. Online students, I hope today's lecture is clear for you. This is not demo classes. Subject is already started. Jyoti, subject is already started. This is not a demo classes. Already subject started in the second day only. Okay, students, I'll stop it. And any doubts are there for online students, I will take. And today is the last date for registering your things. And tomorrow onwards, no more non-paid students allowed. Take care, students. All the best. Don't miss tomorrow class. Thank you. All the best. ఎవరు వచ్చారు? ఏది? ఆల్రెడీ చెప్పిన కదా, రెడీ చేసుకొని పెట్టుకోవాలని చెప్పారు. రెడీ చేసుకొని పెట్టుకోవాలి, చేసుకోండి. చదువుతాను జరుగుతుంది ఇప్పుడు. దీని మధ్యలో ఇది ఇక్కడ వచ్చిన తర్వాత ఇక్కడికి వెళ్ళొచ్చు. ఇది అయిపోయిన తర్వాత ఇక్కడ ఇస్తాం. అలాగే ఎక్కడ 6,000 పేజెస్ అన్న. ఇది ఇది కవర్, ఇది 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 అది రాదు, వేరు, అది వేరు. మాట్లాడకూడదు మీరు. ఇంటర్మీడియట్ తర్వాత మీకు చాలా లైఫ్ ఉంది. ఇప్పుడు మీరు ఎందుకు నేర్చుకుంటారు? ఇప్పుడు కూడా ఇంటర్మీడియటా? ఇప్పుడు వద్దు, మీరు తర్వాత బీటెక్ థర్డ్ ఇయర్ లో నేర్చుకోండి. వర్షన్ మారిపోతా ఉంటది కదా. ఎందుకు వద్దన్నానంటే వర్షన్ మారిపోతా ఉంటది. ఇప్పుడు మీరు నేర్చుకుంటారు, బీటెక్ థర్డ్ ఇయర్ లో మీకు యూజ్ అవుతుంది. బీటెక్ థర్డ్ ఇయర్ లో న్యూ వర్షన్ వస్తుంది, అప్పుడు నేర్చుకోవాలి. సి లాంగ్వేజ్ నేర్చుకోండి, సరేనా? ఇప్పుడు వద్దు, సరేనా? Students in online, Rahul. Student name Rahul.
Hello, sir. Can you hear me?
Yeah, tell me, Rahul.
Good evening, sir. Sir, today is my first class. Can I continue from tomorrow?
Yeah, you can continue. Did you understand today? Did
yes,
you
sir,
understand today?
Sir, I came to 4 p.m. batch already. I listened some 4 days class.
Okay, ma'am.
Same
Okay.
simple and platform independent up to here completed. But
Okay.
can you please tell me how much you told till now, sir? From 8
This
days?
only, ma. This only up to here. Four features only I taught.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
You listen that video so you can understand.
Yeah, sure, sir. Sure. Thank you.
Okay. Right. Next student, Srikanth. Student name is Srikanth.
Yeah, sir. Good evening. Sir,
All the students who are asking how should I pay the fees, you please contact the admin. Admin has given the number for you. Please take care. His number is there. You please contact him once. Now, Srikanth, tell me.
సార్ ఆ క్వశ్చన్ ఒకసారి మళ్ళీ ఒకసారి ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేయరా? సెట్ ఎందుకు తీసుకున్నారు అది అర్థం అవ్వలేదు నాకు.
That I will explain in the class. Okay, na?
అంటే ఓకే సార్.
That I will explain in the classes, regular class.
ఓకే సార్. ఓకే.
Fine. Next student is Raju Y. Raju Y.
Hello, sir. Good evening.
Yeah, Raju, tell me.
Yesterday, this question is from yesterday. Yesterday you said we're gonna use objects for unrestricted data usage in Python. So, is there any usage, or do we have data types in Python, or we don't?
Yeah, already there is a big discussion is going to take place in my class. See, if we come to that.
The difference between data types and then objects.
Yeah,
Why do we have
here.
Okay.
Here I'm explaining. You listen now. Here,
Okay.
the very big data discussion is there about it. What is the use of data type? How they are useful to our real-time applications? I'm going to tell one by one so clearly in the class. Big explanation it is. Are you watching? Next, Ankita.
Hello, sir. I've already posted my query, sir. If you got a chance to see that, like
No, you
about
post it again because a lot of students are posting. Post
Okay.
your question again.
So when you were talking about memory allocation, sir, during that static language, we said that
Static
we are
language, no. Static language, no.
Static.
Static typed.
Sorry,
Static and dynamic
static
is
type.
different. Static typed is different.
Yeah,
Yeah, tell me.
thank you, sir, for correcting. So when
Hmm.
we are doing that static type, you said that we are doing everything in main memory, right? We are allocating in main memory and that variable declaration. So all this variable declaration, will it be temporary because it's happening in main memory?
Already I said that temporary only. Data we are processing. Once result is coming, we don't worry about the data. If you want to store
Okay.
the data permanently, we'll go for secondary memory programming. We will take.
Okay. So that is a different topic, sir. Is it a
Yes, different topic.
Okay.
Files, database software. There I will tell you how to store the data permanently.
Okay. Also, when you were talking about addition and with integers and floats, sir, I have tried one example where I have given A as float and B as integer, and I was getting output as float.
Yes,
So how
about when
it
you
is
add
the
integer, no ma, simple. There's a basic knowledge there. A 10 and B 2.5. What is the result is going to be 10 plus 2.5 is called to 12.5
yeah
is a float only, na? Float
yes
only, na?
yes.
General
No, sir.
knowledge.
No, in first class, you said that something about bytes and conversion. So is it? I just wanted to know if it is related to that or not.
No, no, not related to that.
Okay, it's
Not
just
related.
simple max. Okay, yeah.
Yes.
I just wanted that clarification. Thank you.
Okay. Fine. Next, one more student, Vijay Kumar. Already I spoke to him. I think. Monica. Monica.
Yeah, sir. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, ma. Tell me, ma.
From tomorrow onwards, the new link will be shared in official mails or another apps.
Yes. In the app, they will admin can share it. Admins can share. You contact admin, he will be giving you. Once you already everything is fulfilled, he will get the link perfectly. No problem. So on WhatsApp, you contact Mr. Shubham admin. You contact him.
Okay, sir.
Right. Next student, Kaushal. Kushal.
Sir, good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Sir, here in dynamically typed, I have a doubt, sir.
Tell me.
Sir, in my Python ideally, I have typed A is 9.2, sir.
9.2.
Here for type it's coming float, sir.
Same.
Sir, then you have said the double, no, sir.
No, my dear student, don't misunderstand. That is in C language.
Okay,
It is
sir.
in
Not
C
in.
language. You need to listen carefully.
Okay.
C++, Java, it's not double. In Python, only float is there, not double.
Okay, okay, sir.
Right. Next, Mamata G.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, tell me.
Sir, from tomorrow onwards, whatever the link, right, we get in that, we'll be having this day one, day two link as well, right?
Day 1, day 2 link, video links are you asking?
Yes, video links.
They will give you.
I mean, every class will have a.
Subject related doubt you ask me. Link related doubt, admits you ask, please. Links,
Oh,
I'm not responsible. I'm related to subject. Ask me subject doubts.
okay, sir. Sir, in interpreted for Python, right? Just line by line, I mean, those things I need a little bit clarity, sir, on that.
Interpretation line by line, it will be converted into intermediate. What is the doubt in that?
Sir, in that, how that interpreter things happen, so
Line by line,
I
I'm
think.
saying, I'm saying line by line. If I have 20 lines, first line, no error, no syntax error, converted into intermediate code. Second line, syntax error. It will showing immediately to the programmer. It is an error in the second line. So go into third line.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. I think. Thank you.
Right. Simply it is. Next student is Rajesh.
Yes, sir. Okay. My question is also regarding the interpreter. If I understand correctly, as soon as we type one code, the compiler starts. Is that the right way to understand?
Voice is giving no clarity in your voice properly, no clarity.
Hello, I'm trying once again. My question is regarding the interpreter. As you mentioned, it's line by line compilation. So does it mean that as soon as we type one line of code, the compiler starts and interpret it? Is that correct?
What I'm saying, it's very simple. Why the doubt is coming right now? 1, 2, 3 lines, for example, 4, 5, 6 lines I typed it. First line, no error executed. Second line, there is an error. That related error will be shown. Only that error will be shown by the interpreter. Even though there are errors here, only that particular error only will be shown without showing the further lines error. If it is a compile, all the lines of errors, all the things are there, all the errors will be shown by the compiler. This is only interpreter will show one error at a time.
Okay, so after finishing the source code, we need to compile it manually, or it doesn't happen automatically.
Now, when we execute the program, processes will take place. Compilation, execution. No manual compilation you will do. You will directly execute. During the execution, two processes will take place. That I
Okay.
will explain in the program example. Through example, I will explain again.
Okay, sir. Appreciate. Thank you.
Right. Next student is Vijay Kumar. Vijay Kumar. Vijay Kumar. Vijay Kumar. Next, Navneet Rao.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, ma'am. Hey, ma'am.
Yesterday you said about some keywords, sir.
Navneet Rao, you are having lot of problems with your audio. It's a daily you are having the same problem. Please rectify the error once so that I can talk to you properly. Your voice is not coming to me. Next student, another student is Imtiaz. My dear student, Imtiaz.
Sir, good evening, sir.
Good evening. A lot of
Sir,
sound
what
coming,
is
Imtiaz.
just
Lot of sound is coming.
Sir, good evening, sir. Is it audible now, sir?
Now audible. Okay, tell me.
Sir, sir, what is ID environment, sir? Like I'm working as a data analyst, so someone told me like to practice this Python or any language, we need ID something. So what is that, sir? And how can we download it and
Yeah, I will tell you. Look at, I'm explaining PyCharm IDE, Jupyter Notebook IDE, one by one. We are entering into the course now only. Later, I'm entering VS Code. These are all called IDEs. I will explain in the class. One by one how to download and post it. Okay, now. Okay, Imtiaz.
okay, sir. Okay,
Right. All these things I'll explain.
okay, sir. Thank you.
Right. Rehant, I'm looking for a job in automation. Python second interesting. Is this course is helpful for me? 100% it is helpful. This is what is helpful. My course is not mostly testing automation. Right. Vijay Kumar, which one will be using Python professional or community edition? Community edition will be because it's free for downloading. I mean, professional edition is only for 30 days to utilize. After that, it will give you problem. That is a paid version you need to take. So instead of that, we'll take community edition only. So I hope. So if you feel you have limitation, you buy the professional edition. Okay now? If you feel that you have limitation, you feel if I there in the Navneet Rao. Navneet Rao. VS Code also I'm going to explain in the class. Vijay Kumar, I'm going to explain VS Code also in the class. Okay, students. So I hope no more doubts are there. So now I am going to now I will stop my class, and further we are going to introduce tomorrow this type of further things. I'm explaining tomorrow these kind of things I will go for it. Thank you, students. All the best. Don't miss tomorrow class. Very, very important.